All right, guys, I'm here with Robbie Waller. He's the head coach, basically, of the high school team this weekend here at the Crusade. Team finished third overall. Congratulations, Coach. Tell us a little bit about your team's performance.
We had a great weekend. I felt like we wrestled pretty well for the most times. There's always a handful of things you can take away from a weekend, and that's why we come, to figure out where we're at and what we can get better at. I had 3 guys go undefeated, and they're all seniors. 2 of them are committed. One of them's going to go play football. He's going to commit somewhere. But my really bright spot was my 3 8th graders that I pulled up. And I love this tournament, these events, because you guys allow us to pull up 8th graders, and I generally get to pull up 3 or 4 8th graders, and it is awesome experience for them, because when they get to go back down to the middle school, it's a whole new ball game for them. Their confidence is up. They feel better about themselves. Even if they come and take lumps, if they go 8-0 in middle school, but they go 4-4 in high school, they learn a lot. We learn a whole bunch moving them up. And I tell these guys, I love these events. That one thing, and there's a lot of things, but that one I really like.
So it's funny you say that, because, I kind of have a list of questions that I ask a lot of times, and there's some things we take for granted or don't really think about. But I feel like in today's day and age, I'm not pointing at the parents, but some parents or kids would rather stick to the middle school division because they feel like they could have more success, where the opposite of what you're saying is like, I don't even care if you lose every single match. I got to get you ready for that next level. So having the ability to take an 8th grader and put them on a high school team, you guys love doing that, and you try to challenge your athletes whenever you can.
Absolutely. As many events that I can have my better 8th graders, and I think our middle school team won it. But I took 3 8th graders and brought them up, and I think all of them had a winning record, and we learned a lot about them. Things that they can make mistakes. I said numerous times, I said, you can make that mistake down there, but if you make that mistake on these mats, they make you pay, right? And I love that. You guys do an awesome job. Love these events. We try to get to as many as we can, and just appreciate all you do for it.
So what about at an individual level? Are there any performances that really stood out this week? I know you had to pick at least, I think you had 2 OWs actually, but you had to pick 2 guys, but you had those 2 guys maybe you can touch on, but is there anybody else that really stood out?
Yeah, I thought, again, all our 8th graders. Jacob Bredeman just committed to Edinburgh. He went undefeated this weekend too at 138. He gets a lot of OWs, so he can sit one out. But he's awesome. I mean, he's going to be great at the next level. He's a guy that I could see in a couple of years he'd be on the podium for this Fighting Scots. So yeah, he was a really good one too. I mean, he's just super solid. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes. But yeah, back to the event as a whole. All our teams wrestled well. All of them have a good experience. I think we had 3 teams at Cabela's last night. It's great. We love it. So. Just an awesome event.
Yeah. So this isn't just some guy to put a team together. You guys got a history of, wrestling in your family. Robbie, you were a national champ in Oklahoma. You're coming back home. You guys live, breathe, eat, and I won't say the last word, wrestling, but and it seems like you're always just bringing your guys. And I know your dad said, hey, one of you guys said you got a 6 o'clock training session tonight. So, you guys are training all the time, and you're in there. I saw you guys, no matter what division it was this weekend, a lot of you guys hitting cross-face cradles. So, you guys talk about maybe that system a little bit, or maybe talk about, like, everybody can't be a national champion, so why wrestle? There's only one champ, right? So what's your perspective on things?
Yeah, and it's kind of stems from my dad. He built the foundation of the system but you got to be great at fundamentals. And once you're great at fundamentals, we can start to expand on other things. And sometimes kids get bored with that. But most of the kids that build that foundation under us, and they realize, hey, the things that we talk about day in and day out that become monotonous and almost like to the point of nauseum, they're the things that actually, in the most pressure-packed situations, win you matches, right? So that's what we focus on all the time. That stems from my dad. He built that system, and he ingrains it in them, and I'm just there to expand on it when I get the opportunity to.
Yeah. When we're doing these interviews here at the tournaments, honestly, my focus is on you, the coach, the wrestlers, and everything, but you've mentioned it a couple of times. You guys come to a lot of Tyrant events. What keeps you coming back? Like, what makes us different, or why do you continue to support it? Because we really do appreciate it.
Really, there's multiple things, but the 8th grade thing is huge. The organization, I know when I'm going to get here, and I know when I'm going to get out of here. You know what I mean? how it's run, just mat to mat to mat, the timing. I'm a big organization guy. I like organization. I don't like chaos, and you guys, there's never chaos. It's always organized.
Yeah.
And the events.
You don't have to tape any mats.
No, and the building that you have is a great. The venues I've been to for multiple events have always been great venues, and we like that. And I think the aspect of where you have it, like having it here, where I'm a fisherman, so I get the Cabela's when I can, but it's always I'm always able to team it up with one of these events. So.
You hear that, Cabela's? We need a sponsorship.
Oh, man.
Everybody's going over there shopping. They're all buying the $6 hats. I'm sure you're sold out, but we want to keep you happy, Coach. And I know the Steelers are playing, so we're going to get you out of here. But thanks for your support. Congratulations on all your teams, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
All right, see you.